Hey guys, this is how fear works, you know. By the way, I'm gonna jump off like 60 meters high right now. Whoa! Okay, let's talk about fear. It's always been so fascinating to me to see how some people seem to love it and get a thrill out of it, while other people seem to get absolutely paralyzed by it. This emotion that saves lives destroys just as many by stopping so many people from actually achieving their full potential and living their dream lives. Why is that? What even is this emotion? What does it do? How does it work? And do we even need it? And most importantly, how do we overcome it? Let's start at the beginning. What even is fear? Fear plays a huge evolutionary role for survival. It's designed to keep us safe. It stimulates us to get to safety once a dangerous situation presents itself. Let's take a closer look of how fear actually works inside of our brains. As soon as your body starts recognizing fear, a small organ located in the middle of your brain called the amygdala signals to another part of your brain called the hypothalamus, which then triggers the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is responsible for producing and releasing certain hormones in your body. After it's triggered, it secretes the so-called ACTH hormone into your bloodstream. As this happens, your sympathetic nervous system, responsible for the fight or flight response, gets activated and your body starts releasing hormones like cortisol and epinephrine, better known as adrenaline. This is the response that gets your body ready to either fight or run from a potential dangerous situation. Your blood pressure increases, your heart rate rises, your muscles tighten, you start breathing faster, and even your blood flow changes. The hippocampus, which is part of the brain involved in memory, and the prefrontal cortex, part of the brain responsible for thoughts, actions, and decision making, both decide whether the fear response is justified or it might have overreacted. If these two decide we overreacted, they bring back the fear response by dialing back the amygdala's activity. That means that our rational brain can literally overpower our primal brain's automated response, which is kind of crazy. As Will Smith once famously said, God placed the best things in life on the other side of fear. A lot of people nowadays live their lives based on fear, not what they actually want to do in their lives. The majority of our fears and anxieties are based on either something irrational or something in the future that hasn't happened yet or might not even happen at all. You create the fear in your mind, so it's a construct that doesn't exist. We're scared of things that are harmless, and we're anxious for situations that might not ever happen. And oftentimes it's not nearly as bad as you thought. So then you've just been stressing out and just being so scared of something that never happened, and then it even turned out to be a great experience. So you wasted all this time and energy on feeling scared, feeling anxious for nothing. We've built up certain beliefs and certain systems in our subconscious mind that are based on either past experiences or past traumas that do not serve us anymore. And then we let our entire lives be determined by these fears and anxieties that are literally based on things that do not exist. It's absolutely crazy. But the best part is this: you are actually in control. Fear doesn't have to have any control over your life. In the end of the day, it's not that people that run towards fear don't experience fear, it's that they just choose to not let it affect their actions. They realize through repetition, experience, and conscious and rational thinking that on the other side of fear is their dream life. And once you get to the point where you actually start associating fear with growth, man, you're absolutely gonna be unstoppable. I wanted to dedicate this entire video on empowering and showing you guys that fear doesn't have to have any control over your life. You are in control over your mind and your actions. Complete mind over body. Which is why I decided to do something in this video that would scare the living shit out of me, that always been on my bucket list as well, which is bungee jumping. It actually started off kind of random because that's just how my brain works, I guess. I just literally woke up and I was like, "Kid, we're gonna bungee jump this week." I just came out of the shower and we basically decided that I'm gonna bungee jump this week. I found a great place in the Netherlands at Scheveningen. And by the way, for all the non-Dutch speakers, just try to pronounce this name just for fun, which is the highest bungee jump place in the Netherlands at 60 meters high above the North Sea. So, of course, I had to drag some friends with me.
Goedemiddag, jongen.
Yo, man, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you so much. How about you?
I thought I'd give you a call because I was planning to go bungee jumping on Thursday at 12, also for a video. So I was wondering if you want to join.
Let's go. Yes.
Yes. Russell and Mike were joining me with the jump, and I also invited my great friend and talented videographer Dimitri to help me film this jump. I arranged everything with the bungee jump place to make sure we can film while still being safe, and that meant that we had to be the first ones that jump on that day. But on the day itself though, it started raining like crazy. Not sure if we could even jump at all. We decided to go anyways.
Alright, let's go, guys.
The whole trip I wasn't actually that nervous at all.
Are you excited, guys? Man, honestly, like, I don't even have to, yeah, I don't feel anything.
For some reason, I'm not really that nervous anymore until I'm actually ready to do something crazy. And then I'm always like, why did I get myself in this place after all? I guess I just taught myself over the years to not worry about certain situations that are going to happen anyways. Or to play any doom scenarios in your head that probably are not gonna happen at all. For example, looking up how many people actually died from bungee jumping over the last year.
There is a cases that people die from bungee jumping? Maybe.
There's people that literally die from sleeping. Are you not gonna go sleeping anymore? But anyways, as we arrived at the place, it was obviously completely empty.
This is Dutch definition for dry weather.
We're at the pier right now. It's raining like crazy outside. It's insane. So yeah, I think we're just gonna walk there right now. Just check up with the weather real quick because otherwise, you know, we might either have to postpone it or maybe we have to jump later.
But the good news was that we could do the jump. The weather was actually becoming a little bit better. It wasn't beautiful by all means, but at least it stopped raining like crazy.
I think it's here.
It's not that high.
So, as we set up all the cameras and the crew was getting me ready, I was still in somewhat of a trance. Not really realizing I was about to jump down from 60 meters high into the North Sea. Kinda. So as I was stepping on the platform, that was the moment the nerves started to kick in like crazy. The whole craziness of the situation finally started to kick into my stubborn brain. As we got to the top of the crane, you start to realize how crazy high this actually is. The instructor told me to turn around, and as he let me go, I was officially ready to jump. This was actually such a crazy situation because you feel like nothing is holding you from actually falling down, and I've never experienced something like that ever before in my life. With all the cameras filming, the drone in the air, me standing there at top of the crane, and of course all my friends standing there that I dragged all the way to Scheveningen to film this stuff with me, there was no going back. At this point, my heart was beating like crazy. So the instructor told me that he was about to count down from 3, and then at 0, I would jump. So in my head, I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's the best cue I can take at this moment to actually force myself to jump. So as the instructor counted down to 0, I took a deep breath, thought, fuck it, and let myself fall down. Holy fucking shit. Wow! As I was falling down, literally every imaginable emotion goes through your body in a matter of 2 seconds. And before you even know what's happening, you're already bouncing back. It's kind of a crazy experience. First, you literally think you're gonna die. You don't feel anything, you just fall down. Nothing in your brain is like, oh, okay, we're stuck to this rope, so we're gonna be fine. So first you actually think you're gonna die. And then once that starts to sink in, you're already bouncing back. It's really crazy. As I came back down to the platform, adrenaline was soaring through my body like crazy. My heartbeat was racing, I was shivering, but at the same time I was laughing because I finally did it. This was so crazy. And as I was composing myself, we set up Mike ready to jump, and jump he definitely did. This crazy guy decided to go shirtless and to actually jump. And then there was Russell.
Extremely nervous. I'm like extremely nervous. I'm almost on the point where I don't want to jump. I think.
Once he got to the top, he was kind of reconsidering his choices in life.
No.
When we were driving there, Russell actually told me that he was scared of heights.
Yeah? No, I'm super afraid of heights. I actually don't know why I decided to go for it. Usually I would say like, no, never. No, why? Can I go refund?
So I was kind of expecting this to happen. But after 5 minutes, we heard a loud fuck it, and there he went.
That's good.
How was it?
And by the way, this guy almost dropped our GoPro in the water. Thank you, Russell. So once everybody jumped, I started looking at Mike and we knew we were thinking the same thing. So then we both looked at Russell and then we knew we were also thinking the same thing.
We're gonna do it? Okay, we're gonna do it. Yeah.
No, man.
Which obviously is forcing our camera guy to jump as well. And obviously it's on us.
So basically we want to split like 3 ways to make sure that Dimitri, our camera guy right over there, is gonna jump as well. Yeah, let's go.
So as you can probably guess, he was really hyped to go and he was so happy with this gift. Not at all.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Come on, Dimitri.
Come on, dude. Come on, Dimitri. It's a one-time thing. Yeah, for this guy right over there.
But we convinced Dimitri to actually do the jump, so also Dimitri started to get ready to actually jump down from 60 meters high. And as he was standing there, I was actually kind of nervous for this guy. You have to realize this guy didn't even know that he was about to jump. Me, Mike, and Russell all had some time to mentally prepare for this moment. He did it.
You got this, bro. You got this.
So once he was standing there, also Dimitri started to reconsider his choices. But after a while, this guy jumped as well. And man, I was so proud of everybody for actually jumping. Everybody that they overcame their fears. Everybody was standing there. It was kind of like realizing how freaking crazy this is. But everybody jumped anyways. What surprised me about my own jump is actually how little time it took for me to actually jump. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I committed to this so much. And that's basically what I've been preaching in this video, is if you really put your mind to it, and if you really want something, it gives you this lifeline basically whenever you experience fear. So when I was standing there, I was like, you're gonna jump anyways. You already made up your mind. You wanna do this. So you can either stand here and basically torture yourself and stay in this moment of fear for an extra 10 minutes over this absolute event that's going to happen anyways, or you just succumb to the situation, accept that's going to happen, just jump and actually enjoy the moment. And so I did. As I said, complete mind over body. Again, you are in control over your mind. Don't let fear be the dictating factor in your life of what you do and what you don't do. You should live your life by your own standards, what you want to do, what you think is important, not what you're scared of, not what you're afraid of to do, afraid of what other people think, afraid how this one person reacts, afraid if you lose something or you win something, because by the way, a lot of people might even be scared of their own success, their own potential. If you master your mind, you master your life. And I don't put this lightly, I actually mean it. If you master your mind, you can do anything in your life that you want to do. I challenge you to do one thing this month that you've been scared of for a long time, but secretly you always wanted to do it, and actually do it. And once you've done it, please report back in the comments. Let me and others know what you did, just to inspire other people to do it as well. You can also send me a personal DM on Instagram to let me know what you did personally. I would love to hear it. I will definitely respond to your message. I hope this video helped you gain a lot of awareness and insight on how fear actually works, and more importantly, how you can overcome it in your life and actually start building the life that you want. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.